Hello everyone and welcome to episode 118 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as it is the first worldwide taping of 2009. Pride FC Worldwide 24 Rampage versus Faircloth is our main event, as we have 6 pieces of mail, as we have signed Luis Firmino, as he has been in the UFC for a little bit, and he has been, as far as he at one time was the 8th lightweight in the world, he's going to be the 15th lightweight in the world. As of right now, as we signed him, he is 16-7. He's on a 3-fight winning streak. He's lost to guys like Mitsuhiro Ishida, Toby Mata, Dean Thomas, Joe Stevenson. But he's beaten guys like Joaquin Anson, Yves Edwards, as just throughout the mod. It's, that lightweight division gets better and better, is what it seems to be. And then Gleison Tebow, left team Link. We extended Andrei Semenov, Shane Carwin, Fedor Emelianenko, and Peter Arts' contracts. And that's all the pieces of mail we got, as let's get on with the show here. So quit Rampage Jackson versus Ron Faircloth is our main event. Chris Lytle and Hayato Sakura is our co-main event. Glover Teixeira taking on Leopoldo Cerro in a middleweight fight. Then we have a women's fight, 2 women's fight to be exact, on the main card, as Masako Yoshida taking on Roxanne Modafferi, and then Erica Montoya taking on Chris Cyborg to open up the show, which, giving up at least 20 pounds as Erica Montoya, she's probably going to get destroyed by Chris Cyborg, but we'll see. And then Ray Sefo, who has a big-time weight advantage over Hideki Yoshida. That is also going to be a heavyweight fight, as far as the only heavyweight fight on the main card, but that should be very fun to see. Of course, Ray Sefo, a high-level kickboxer, and Hideki Yoshida, a high-level judokan. And then our 2 prelim fights, as Katsuya Inoue and Nate Diaz in the lightweight division, and then Stefan Struve, the high tower of, as far as the skyscraper, the man who's looking to, if he could surpass the high tower Simi Chilet, maybe looking to take that claim of the tallest heavyweight in the heavyweight division. Stefan Struve taking on Marcio Cruz to kick off the prelim as well. So that should be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of good fights on this card, hopefully. We'll see, as first time they have fought, or as the second time they have fought here between Rampage Jackson and Ron Faircloth, that they fought at the Mega Bushido 4, which I want to say Rampage knocked them out in like 15 seconds. As, let's just double check that. As I want to say, 12 seconds. It was something crazy like that, which was huge. That was after he had lost to Chuck at the finals of the Middleweight Grand Prix back in 2004. To have a big fight like that, to knock out Ron Faircloth. Then he has the split draw with Anderson Silva, then he gets knocked out by Anderson Silva to start off 2005. But, Rampage looking to get another win over Ron Faircloth. This is the 7th time, though, that Faircloth has made a main event at a Pride event. 4th time for Rampage Jackson, as Faircloth has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. They're both world-ranked light heavyweights, as they're both in the top 10. Faircloth's ranked 4th, as Rampage is ranked 10th. Jackson trains at Lions Den, which Faircloth has an overall record of 4-0 against other members of that team, so he has a huge advantage over Lions Den guys. Rampage is going to have a 7-inch reach advantage like he had in the last fight. Maybe he'll have that same type of success here tonight and knocking out Ron Faircloth, as the slight edge to Ron Faircloth, interesting enough. 4-3 on the broadcast staff picks, but Ron Faircloth, he is coming in on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Alex Stiebling and Fabio Maldonado, which that was an impressive win over Fabio Maldonado, but he hasn't really had a bad fight, really at all. Like, you really look through his career, his one poor fight was in rings, and that was in October of 2002. Other than that, they've either been decent, average, good, to great, to even fantastic, with the rematch between Minowa at the light heavyweight Grand Prix in 2003 for rings. But this should be a hell of a main event, as I'm excited to see how that one plays out again, as Chris Lights Out Lytle taking on Hayato Sakura. Chris Lytle's won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision, Hayato Sakura is the 3rd ranked welterweight in Pride FC, and Chris Lytle's ranked 20th, so this is a big step up for Chris Lytle. He does have a significant weight and reach advantage, but, as far as Chris Lytle goes, he has been on a tear since we signed him. He's 2-0. He's beaten Jake Ellenberg. He's beaten Ryan Stout. Ryan Stout was, 10th in the welterweight division in Pride FC. So to have another big-time opponent like this in Hayato Sakura, who is, as far as he's 3rd in the world, and he's the 15th, best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Which is a crazy thing. He just lost to GSP in June of 2008 at Bushido Osaka 7. He got knocked out in the third round. But I think with with Hayato Sakura, like he's lost to Matt Hughes a couple of times. He's beaten guys like Tetsuji Kato. He's beaten John Alicio in the past in the UFC. He's beaten Karo Parisian in the past. Mike Pyle in the past. So as far as he's gotten some wins over some big names, but so far his Pride FC career has not went off in the smoothest of ways. But he's got a great opportunity to get a win here over Chris Lytle, who seems to have really honed it in and is looking to get a nice run here to end out his career, because he is 34 years old, so he doesn't have a lot of time left in his career, and he's looking to maybe get that 20th win by the time he gets to 2010. As we'll see how that goes. As far as, even though Hayato Sakura is a 7-0, Blurcast Staff picks as far as advantage over Chris Lytle, I would still wouldn't mind backing Chris Lytle here. He's just been on a roll so far in Pride FC. Is Glover Teixeira taking on Leopoldo Cerro, as Leopoldo Cerro submitted all of his last 5 opponents. Glover Teixeira has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. First time they have fought, Glover Teixeira is going to have a significant weight advantage. Leopoldo Cerro will have the Blurcast Staff picks advantage, 5-2 on the Blurcast Staff picks. Leopoldo Cerro has been an absolute savage, though. He beat Rich Franklin. He beat Alex Stiebling. Obviously, you see there, the rear naked choke, the leg lock. He's won by armbar. He's won by rear naked choke. He's been able to do a lot of interesting things. It's crazy to think that he's lost to both Andrei Simonov in the past. He's lost to Merlio in the past, which, Merlio Ninja, who is a savage. He's lost to Rodrigo Hus in the past. But he's really turned the corner. Really, he has not lost, technically. He's had the 1 no contest, but he has not lost since 2003. He's had a hell of a run so far in the mods. He is looking to keep those winning ways going over Glover Teixeira. But Glover Teixeira is a savage. We all know this. He's 8-1. He's only lost to Scott Smith, which Scott Smith seems to be a savage in his own right. But he just beat Ronaldo Sobral. He finished him with a rear naked choke. This should be very exciting, though. I think there's going to be a finish in this fight. And we'll see how that plays off as far as that goes. And then Masako Yoshida taking on Roxanne Modafferi in our women's division. Yoshida has submitted all of her last 5 opponents. She is the 11th ranked woman in the Pride FC women's division. Roxanne Modafferi is ranked 15th, the first time they have fought. So Modafferi will have a significant weight and reach advantage. This is Masako Yoshida's debut. She is the underdog going into this fight, according to Blurcast Staff picks, 6-1, with Modafferi having 6 backers. Paul, the lone backer for Yoshida. As Masako Yoshida, 11-5. She is on a 5-fight winning streak right now, and both in Smack Girl and at kind of Japanese local shows. But as someone who started off their career 1-3, and then got some 4 easy wins over some local fighters at a small local show in Japan, really has turned the corner in a big way and has gotten some big wins. Like Megumi Sato is a pretty solid talent. So is Mari Kenko as so that's going to be interesting to see how she does this. She's won with an Americana, Umaplata, Kimura, and armbar, and a rear naked choke all in the last 5 fights, so a different submission for each fight. That's going to be interesting for Roxanne Modafferi. We'll see how she does as Roxanne Modafferi, as she lost in her Pride FC debut. Of course, she had to take on Shayna Baszler, which, that's a tough fight to have. She's lost to Vanessa Porto, Kelly Bolt-Schmitz. She's fought some tough opponents for sure. And it'd be nice to see her get a win here tonight. We shall see how that goes. As Hideki Yoshida taking on Ray Sugarfoot Cephos. Ray Cephos has not won since December of 2006. This is the first time they have fought. Cephos going to have a separate weight advantage, but Yoshida's going to be the big favorite on the betting lines. Ray Cephos, it just takes one shot and he can get this win, but he lost to Jerome Banner, he's lost to Peter Arts, so both guys that are in his style of, a kickboxing style. So now going outside of that realm, taking on a Judokan fighter like Hideki Yoshida, that might be a problem. Yoshida, even though he's 39, both guys are 37, 39. He just beat Ken Shamrock last year, which is not the greatest of accomplishments, but still, he's beaten him nonetheless. It's great to think he's fought like Josh Barnett and Mikro Krokop in the past, which is just crazy because he definitely would have been outclassed 9 times out of 10 there. But this should be a fun little fight, though, for both guys. And both guys, I think, could honestly beat the winner here. I don't think it's a big favorite win for Yoshida, because all it takes is one head kick, and Rey Cefo's going to get this win. But, yeah, that should be a lot of fun there. And then Erica Montoya taking on Chris Cyborg to kick off the show. As, Cyborg submitted, or rather, has finished, 4 of our last 5 opponents. Erica Montoya has submitted 3 of our last 5 opponents. They're both world-ranked featherweights. Erica Montoya is ranked 10th. Chris Cyborg ranked 15th. First time they have fought, Cyborg would have a significant weight advantage. And Cyborg, Blurcat stat picks, all the Blurcat stat picks are backing her, which is no surprise there. I mean, she's a fucking savage. Erica Montoya, she is 10-7. Just lost her debut fight at Girl Power at Pride 41. Lost by decision, which was a poor fight, which kind of stopped her as far as she had, up to that point, never had a bad fight up until that point. So it'd be nice to see her get back onto a nice fight win streak here. As for Chris Cyborg, another woman who lost in her debut, she lost to the eventual winner of the whole goddamn thing in Vanessa Porto, but that was a fantastic fight. And she's had some fun fights, throughout her career so far. As far as she's beaten all those Conan, she's beaten Gina Carano, and of course having the loss of Vanessa Porto. But this should be exciting, though. I think this is going to be a fun way to start off the show, and I'm excited to see how that one plays out. Then our 2 prelims, Katsuya Inoue, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision. Nate's got a 6-inch reach advantage. One backer in Katsuya Inoue and Steve, which, Nate Diaz seems to be on a tear and seems to be going to run right through Katsuya Inoue, but he is on a 4-fight win streak in Katsuya Inoue, so you can't really doubt him here. He's beaten Eddie Alvarez, he's beaten Jim Miller, he's beaten Alberto Crane, so he's gotten some wins as of late, and we'll see what he can do to kick off the year against Nate Diaz, which Nate Diaz 6-0, hasn't lost yet. He's beaten Joe Lozon, he's beaten Tetsuya Kawajiri, he's beaten Thiago Tavares, Cole Miller, and Ryan Healy, which of course the Joe Lozon fight had to be stopped by a cut, but it seemed like Nate Diaz was going to win that fight anyways, regardless, but still, you hate to see a fight end like that, but he is looking to get a huge win tonight over Katsuya Inoue. And then Stefan, the Skyscraper, Struve taking on Marcelo Cruz. Stefan Struve making his pro debut. Of course, he's going to have a significant weight and probably reach advantage, if I had to guess. I'm surprised he didn't list it here, because Stefan Struve, all of 6'10", and, with a kickboxing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, I think he's going to give Marcelo Cruz a lot of problems. He does have one backer in Sean. Marcelo Cruz hasn't won in Pride FC yet. He's lost to Daniel Puder and Blagoy Ivanov, as he's beaten Abe Wagner, as far as the only guys he's actually beaten as far as there were actual people. Because, of course, he had his one win over a local fighter to be lost by decision to Shane Carwin. He's had some tough guys, he's had some tough guys to face, but this is no different here. Stefan Struve's going to be a savage, and he's looking to make an example of the Marcelo Cruz, as he's minus 310 on the betting lines, plus 240 for Marcelo Cruz. Let's see how this one starts off as a referee, ringside judges. Stefan Struve is the much larger fighter, giving up, having at least 30 pounds advantage and having at least 6 inches of height on him as well. And so here we go. They start off, and there's a takedown 10 from Stefan Struve, which is an interesting start. Did not see that happening. As Cruz partially defends it, ends up hopping on the foot. Struve's able to push him against the ropes. Now he's looking to trip him down. He does so. Gets the side control out of that, no problem. As he blocks him as he tries to transition to guard. He's looking to just keep control here on the bottom. Looks like he's doing just that, as Stefan Struve still pounding away with strikes. Oh, look at that. Look at Marcelo Cruz, though, looking to go from full guard now. He might get caught here. Stefan Struve better be careful. Yeah, the double underhooks now. It's not good, as he's pounding away but fails anything significant. And now he gets pushed away. So now he's standing ahead of Marcelo Cruz, as now he's watched right back in. As he gets pushed away again and starts to scramble, as he ends up pulling guard, losing on the scramble. So way to go, Marcelo Cruz here. Now looking to pass. He keeps him guard, though, to Stefan Struve. Looking to sweep, but that's not happening. As Cruz now gets pushed back. And now he's looking to get back on top, as he gets side control of that. That's a good job by there by Marcelo Cruz. As he blocks Struve, he tries to transition to guard, fires away with punches to throw away the damage. Punching down on Struve again, they're easily taking on the gloves. Pounds away with rights, fails to land anything significant. Trying to transition to guard, that can't happen. As now just a couple punches to the body now from Marcelo Cruz. Our referee finally stands it back up with 40 seconds left. As Cruz wrestles away into a down position. The clinch looking for a trip. That gets stopped. Now Cruz looking for a sweep. That gets stopped again. That's an interesting round because Struve, he had the takedown, he did outstrike him. I mean, you would have to assume he won the round there, just off of that. But that could have been interesting. If Garcia Cruz was able to take him down and was able to land a little bit more strikes, he would have had a real shot of making that one interesting. But hopefully this next round picks up some action here, as there's a 1-2, but doesn't hit either of them. And now Cruz is able to clinch up with him, looking for a sweep. Stefan Struve's doing a great job of maintaining his dominant position here, and he does it again. As he can't keep him down, but Struve is able to get control now, looking for the trip, and it's a superb outside leg trip. He's got his back now. Very tight body triangle. This is probably all she wrote here. So looking for the rear naked choke. Wow, he stops his arm from being underneath the chin. Tries to flatten him out again. That's not happening. I can't believe this. He's got looking for the rear naked choke. He finally gets him this time. He flattens him out with the rear naked choke right before the end of the second round. Great win for Stefan Struve as he advances with a win in his Pride FC debut, and his MMA debut to be exact. And Garcia Cruz is probably going to get sent down the rings. 2-4 in his Pride FC. Not only just he's 0-3 in Pride FC, but having a losing record. Not great, not a great showing there for him, and I think he'll do better in rings anyways. Thanks everyone connected to his gym for helping him prepare for the fight, his sponsors supporting him financially, as he says he's very happy to cap his Pride debut with a win. Next prelim fight, Katsuya Inoue, Nate Diaz, 6-0 Nate Diaz, minus 110 is the favorite. He's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu boxing background. Shudo background for Katsuya Inoue, 10-3 of course. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't count out Katsuya Inoue though. Again, our referee as a ringside judges. Inoue's fighting in front of a home crowd tonight. Gets a big cheers, makes his entrance. Here we go. They're underway. 1-2 from Inoue fails to land. Diaz moves in fast and clinches with him. There's a big knee strike to the body. As Inoue out wrestles Diaz now. He takes control. Look at the muscle against the ropes. He's got him up against the ropes. Looking for the takedown. He's got him. It's a great takedown. As he drives his knee into the head. Looking to drive his knee into the head, but Diaz scoots back quickly and is able to stand right back up. As they grapple with their opponents again is Nate Diaz. Diaz is trying to push him against the ropes. Inoue out wrestling him again though. Looking to pin him against the ropes, he does so. Trying to go for a foot stomp, but Diaz turns him around, so now he's the one in control. Looking for a leg sweep. He's got it. It's a beautiful move that sends him down to the mat, and he's got side control out of that. Blocks attempt to full guard, keeps him guessing a few quick strikes, tries to transition the guard, but he blocks at this Diaz. Fires off a handful of punches again, tries to pull guard on Diaz, doesn't get in with the attempt. As he throws a few left hands to the body now, tries to pull guard on Diaz, but doesn't get in with the attempt. Fires off a few punches, catches his breath, tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. As our referee stands to back up with 3 minutes left in the first. Diaz looked like he was about to step in and grab it, but Inoue simply took the initiative as Inoue throws a punch, but Diaz was equal to it. Diaz looks confident, shortening the range, looking to strike. There's a jab that lands from Diaz, but Inoue evades the big left punch. He steps in to strike, dodges the right hand, counterattacks a few quick right jabs, and then they're followed by a left hook now. Very quick takedown attempt from Katsuya Inoue, and he's got it. It's a single leg as Inoue fires off some punches. Oh, Diaz looking for a triangle on the bottom. That gets blocked. Pushes Inoue away now. So now Diaz is allowed to stand right back up as Inoue does not want to go down there. Makes sense. Diaz gets in close, clinches with Inoue again. There's a big knee strike to the body. Got him up against the ropes. Now looking for another trip, and it's a great inside leg trip to end out the round. That's a close one now. I mean, they both were 2 for 2 on takedowns, just Diaz landed a lot more strikes. Slight win for Nate Diaz in that first round. That's a great round for both guys, though. We'll see what happens in the second, as Inoue shoots in with a high speed to get the single leg. Fires away with punches. Diaz doesn't take any undue damage, though. Looking for a sweep. That's not happening, though. So throws a few right hands to the body. Fires away with punches, but Diaz doesn't take any undue damage now. Applies a double underhook now. Does Diaz. Keeps Inoue from launching the attack. The attack does see Inoue get pushed away, though, so now he's back standing, and now Diaz, again, is going to be allowed to stand right back up. There's Inoue starting to slow down now. Another takedown attempt from Katsuya Inoue, who gets the takedown again. So he has just been 4 for 4 on takedowns. He's been tremendous. Katsuya Inoue feels the scramble coming, so make sure that doesn't happen. Blocks that from happening. As Diaz is able to scramble again after the underhook. It's a bad choice, though, is that Katsuya Inoue is able to secure side control off of that, and that's a minute now. There's a few strikes now that they're thrown without venom as Inoue blocks Diaz and tries to transition the guard. Pounds away, but Diaz isn't trouble with the strikes. Diaz tries to move the guard, but Inoue doesn't allow it, and that's the end of the first round. or into the second round rather, as a great round for Katsuya Inoue, completely dominating Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is going to have to finish this fight if he's going to want to win this one, it looks like. As two fighters get up close, start wrestling for position. Diaz manages to aggressively get a good position in the clinch. Muscles up against the ropes, as he's not being driven back, as Katsuya Inoue is a problem for Nate Diaz. As Nate Diaz does out-wrestle him, though. Takes control of the grapple, pushes him against the ropes. Inoue doesn't let himself be driven back again, as he defends himself from an attempted knee strike and another preventative knee from Inoue, as he ends up back against the ropes again, as Nate Diaz is in a lot of trouble. And he's got the sweep, too, does Katsuya Inoue. That might be all she wrote for Nate Diaz, and the undefeated streak might be coming to an end here. As Diaz tries to move the guard, but Inoue doesn't allow it, throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. As Inoue blocks Diaz, he tries to transition the guard. Fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Diaz tries to move the guard, but Inoue doesn't allow it, and that's the end of the fight. You'll win it by unanimous decision will be Katsuya Inoue. What a win. Nate Diaz, eat your heart out. He had a great first round, but he couldn't keep up with Katsuya Inoue. He's a problem. He is a problem for sure. 11-3. He's on a 4-fight win streak now. He's looking to make a big splash in that lightweight division. Katsuya Inoue gives a name check everyone of pancreasism, and all of his various sponsors and all of his friends and family supporters says a tough fight gives a sure respect to Nate Diaz. Now our main card, or opener of the main card, Chris Cyborg, Erica Montoya, 10-7, 4-1. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style, Muay Thai background for Chris Cyborg. It's Gracie fusion for Chris Cyborg. Minus 270 for Cyborg. As Erica Montoya, I feel like she's going to get outclassed here. Got a bad feeling. Mario Yamasaki's the referee, ringside judges. Cyborg at least has got 25 pounds on her. Let's see what happens. They touch gloves as Erica Montoya gets caught with a jab and a crunching right hook. There's a jab and a leg kick. Cyborg hits the left jab, but finds other way down the big right. As Cyborg moves in closer, looking to attack some more. Erica Montoya at least lands a shot with a left hand. As Cyborg moves behind 3 quick punches, 3 of them finding their home, and then scores with a right cross, lands hard. Defensive jab from Montoya lands. Cyborg hits the left jab and misses when she attempts for the big head kick to follow up. Montoya clearly respects her opponent's striking. He's very aware about getting close enough to grapple. As there's a jab and then hits Erica Montoya with a straight right. So Montoya may have been aiming to get in close, but Cyborg aggressively took the initiative. As Cyborg connects with a nice jab and scores a leg kick. Can't connect with the step strikes and hits Montoya with a leg kick. Can't connect with the step strikes again, but catches Montoya with a right head kick. Now, as that is now a small gash underneath the eye of Erica Montoya. It's left jab and then scores a leg kick again. There's a jab that's wide, a crunching right hook. I can't believe Erica Montoya's been taking these strikes. Can't connect with the jab, and there's another leg kick. There's a nice jab and a beautiful right uppercut that knocks her down. Cyborg sensing victory now. There's some massive right hands just destroying Erica Montoya. Thankfully, Mario Yamasaki is going to step in to stop the fight. Your winner by TKO will be Chris Cyborg. What a dominating performance, though. 5-1. Erica Montoya, 10-8. Yeah, that's a tough break. Tough break there. As Chris Cyborg thanks everyone connected to Gracie Fusion for having him prepared for the fight, our sponsors, and for supporting him financially, and gives a show of respect to our opponents there. So our next fight, Hideki Yoshida taking on Ray Sugarfoot Zeffo. 5-5, 3-4. 39 years old, 37 years old, both heavyweights. Is minus 480 for the Judokan star. As plus 380 for Ray Zeffo. Mario Yamasaki staying out there for this one. As ringside judges, Ray Zeffo giving up at least 45 pounds, or is having rather a 45-pound advantage over Hideki Yoshida. I mean, that's going to play a major disadvantage for Yoshida. I don't care if he is a minus 480 favorite. I think it's going to be a problem. Yoshida does get a big cheer from the crowd as he makes his entrance. So we are underway now. They touch gloves. Yoshida had looked like he was angling for a grapple, but couldn't take the initiative. There's 2 jabs in the right hand to the body. There's a left hand. And Zeffo with a vicious right cross after the nice jab, and that might have broken Yoshida's jaw, and he knocks him down with that one. He's looking to finish the fight now, as Yoshida is having serious difficulty surviving these strikes. Oh, what in the world? He's looking for a fucking sweep. Oh my god, as the scramble begins, as Zeffo ends up having to pull half guard, losing on the scramble. I cannot believe that. And now he is landing several big shots, is Yoshida. Oh my god, as he's got side control now, looking for Kimura. What in the world is going on? Hideki Yoshida might just won that fight with a broken jaw. poor Ray Sefo. Holy shit. That's insane. Unreal. I thought for sure Ray Sefo had him. Unreal. That's insane. 6-5 for Hideki Yoshida, 3-5 for Ray Sefo. Tough break there. That is unfortunate, as he thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. This is our next one. Masako Yoshida, Roxanne Modafferi. Let's see how this women's fight goes. It's -110, +100, very close on betting lines. Similar records, 11-5, 9-5. Kickboxing, grappling background, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background for Roxanne Modafferi, as she at least has 3 inches and 10 pounds on her. We'll see what happens here. As Mario Masaki, again, is our referee for this one. As Yoshida is fighting for my home ground tonight. She gets a big cheer. She makes her entrance. They touched gloves, as Modafferi may have been setting up to shoot, but Yoshida aggressively took the initiative there, as Yoshida can hit the step left jab and lands the right hand. As Modafferi again looking to shoot, but Yoshida simply took the initiative. There's a nice left hand and a nice straight right hand. Now she's rolling the shoulders. She's trying to relieve the tension. She's trying to shoot in on Yoshida's Modafferi, and she's got it to single leg. Modafferi throws a few strikes with her out venom, as Yoshida tries to smother Modafferi by holding her down, but can't keep control. Scramble begins. Now, let's see who wins out on it. It's Modafferi. It's turtled up with Yoshida on her back. That's not good. As Yoshida is too slow to stop Modafferi from getting back up, so now she still has back control, though. She's looking to wrestle her back down. Can't do it, though. She gets blocked. And now let's see what happens here. Yoshida does still have control, as she's still stuck against the ropes as Modafferi is looking to drag her back down. But again, Modafferi, great, excellent takedown defense, manages to create enough space to circle out and break free of that. Modafferi looking for another takedown. It's another single leg. Fires away with punches of that. Alright, it isn't taking any undue damage, though, as Modafferi gets pushed back. Left standing in front of Yoshida is trying to come in secure ground position, but Yoshida scoots back and starts to scramble immediately, as Yoshida's left turtled up with Modafferi behind her now, as another quick scramble. So we're at the halfway point, as Yoshida manages to come out on top, holding Modafferi down with a waist lock. Modafferi scrambles, as Modafferi is now on top in side control. This is insane. They just keep on one-upping each other with these scrambles. So Modafferi is content to throw a couple punches to the body now, trying to pull guard on Modafferi, but doesn't get in with the attempt. There's a few right hands, just trying to catch her breath now. Blocks attempt to pull guard. Throws a few right hands, so she takes a moment to plan ahead. Modafferi blocks Yoshida, so tries to transition the guard. Fires off with some right hands, but Yoshida doesn't trouble the strikes. Trying to move the guard, but Modafferi doesn't allow it. And now Mario Yamasaki stands back up. With a minute 50 left, Yoshida steps in, grapples with her, looking to muscle Modafferi backwards up against the ropes. Doesn't allow himself to be driven back, though. She gains down position in the grapple. Minute left. Modafferi locks her legs around her opponent's waist, wanting to pull her down to the floor. Now she's sucked her into the guard. Blocks attempted sweep, though. Yoshida fires away with elbows. There's a little way of damage here. Modafferi tries to pull Yoshida in close to smother her, but doesn't get any of the attempts. Blast away with 3 elbows now. This is Yoshida, but doesn't get any type of significant damage with them, but they're all, safely dealt with. As the attack does see Yoshida get pushed back again to end out the round. Very good back and forth round, but Roxanne Modafferi did have the advantage as far as with takedowns, with strikes, and with also being able to pass and sweep as well. So far, she's pretty much outclassed Yoshida every way. We'll see what happens in the second, though. Some audible boos from the crowd, and hoping for a more exciting second. As circling warily, as Modafferi looking for a chance to shoot. There's a left jab and a straight right from Yoshida. Modafferi again, 3 for 3 now on takedowns. Gets side control, looking to get the mount. Yoshida doesn't allow that to be happening, though, as Yoshida trying to move the guard, but Modafferi doesn't allow that to be happening either. They're just kind of content to stay put where they're at. Tries to pull guard on Modafferi, doesn't get any of the attempt. As Modafferi keeps Yoshida guessing with a few quick strikes. Fires off some right hands. Yoshida doesn't trouble the strikes. Tries to move the guard, but Modafferi doesn't allow it again. As with no progress being made, referee brings them back up to their feet, as there's a left hand and a nice straight right hand now. As Ken hits the sub left jab and hits Modafferi with a straight right. As a minute left down, Modafferi appeared to be try to go for a takedown, but Yoshida took the initiative first. As Yoshida with a jab and a right hand. Jab lands from Yoshida, but her big right hand follows up, misses. Ken hit the sub left jab and scores with a nice straight right hand. Yoshida confidently looking to short the range now and looking to strike. So I would see a shot from Modafferi, but Yoshida was more aggressive, took the initiative, as there's a nice jab and a straight right to end out the round. As that was a better round for Yoshida, but again, I don't think it was enough. As Roxanne Modafferi just doing a little bit more each time. As she's going to have to finish the fight. And Masako Yoshida, if she's going to want to win this round. and win the fight, rather. It's not just the round she's going to have to finish her. She's going to win the fight, but some more boos from the audience again. The final bell rings as Modafferi looks for a shot, but Yoshida was aggressive and took the initiative. There's a nice jab, but Modafferi avoids the big right. There's another takedown from Modafferi, trying to pass guard. She loses control, and the scramble begins as Yoshida's on her back, pulling half guard. Modafferi's trying to pass, and another scramble begins. The scramble sees Modafferi up first. She's able to quickly wrestle Yoshida against the ropes. There's a hard foot stomp. She's going to get another takedown here. She does. It twists Yoshida down the mat and gets side control off of it again, as this has just been unreal. I mean, Yoshida's got to work on her takedown offenses. That is clearly going to be a working point going forward for her, as Modafferi throws some small strikes, slowing things down so she can catch her breath. Trying to move the guard, but Modafferi doesn't allow it. Fires off with some punches now, does little in the way of damage. Trying to work to transition the guard, but can't quite manage it. Fires off some right hands now. Minute left. Modafferi blocks her. Is trying to get some more punches to catch her breath. Trying to pull guard on Modafferi. Doesn't get any of the attempt down. Pounds away with rights, but fails anything significant. Trying to pull guard on Modafferi. Doesn't get any of this with them. As, yeah, I mean, Roxanne Modafferi is going to win by unanimous decision. Wait a minute. We got a split? Yoshida's got one. Modafferi with the... Wow. What in the world? How does someone with 5 for 5 on takedowns, with almost 79 strikes in the entire fight, compared to someone who didn't even get, not even a single takedown? How? Highway robbery against Roxanne Modafferi. That's insane. Wow. Masaka Yoshida going to be 12-5. That's unreal. I can't believe that. It's giving thanks to Masako Yoshida, praising her team at Cobra Kai Dojo, a very responsive to all of the fans who come and support it. She asked who should be interested in fighting next. She answered that she thinks a fight against Aaron Tuffel would probably be a great contest. That's insane. Glover Teixeira fights Leopoldo Cerro in our next one, as hopefully nobody else gets screwed on this card, as both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys both have a positive betting line here, minus 130, minus 110. This is going to be a tough-ass fight, though, for both guys. Both 29 years old. This should be a hell of a fight, though. It's Glover Teixeira and Leopoldo Cerro. Yuji Shimada's the referee for this one, ringside judges. Glover Teixeira is significantly bigger as they prepare for this fight, even though they weighed in exactly the same yesterday. So we are underway as they stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. Cerro looks for the takedown. Partially defended as Glover Teixeira as he ends up popping on one foot. Now Teixeira gets driven up against the ropes. Stuck against the ropes now. It's not pretty, but occasional short punches now for the next 60 seconds. Cerro looking for the trip. He's got him. Sweeps him down. Looking for a leg lock. But Glover Teixeira keeps the leg lock tight. It keeps the guard tight. Cerro throws some minor strikes. Again, looking for a leg lock. And he's got it. That is not good, as he had that leg lock. Can't maintain the guard, as Leopoldo Cerro's a fucking savage. What a win for Leopoldo Cerro. Tough loss for Glover Teixeira. Just Leopoldo Cerro. I mean, he's got to take on someone that's in like the top 10 in the middleweight division. That's for sure. He's been an absolute phenomenon in that middleweight division. Giving thanks, Leopoldo Cerro praises his team, a Brazilian top team, is very responsive to all of his fans who came out to support him. Watching the replay of the finish, Leopoldo Cerro says he's very proud to have caught Glover Teixeira with such technique. So our co-main event now, Chris Lytle taking on Hayato Sakura, 23-4-2, 18-9-4, minus 350 for Hayato Sakura, plus 270 for Chris Lytle. Hinza Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, U-File Camp for Hayato Sakura, 23-4-2, 18-9-4. This should be a hell of a fight, though, in this welterweight division. As Chris Lytle, a little heavier, a little bigger. We'll see if that size advantage is going to play out to any type of prominence for him. Roar from the crowd. Let's see how Sakura enters from around here. Opening bell. They touch gloves. Sakura looking to shorten in the range now. There's a tentative left hand from Lytle. Can't hit the sub left jab, and then scores a leg kick, though, as Sakura. Defensive jab from Sakura lands. Lytle uses the left jab, but the big right hand misses. Lytle steps forward, and the strike exchange begins. There's a counter left hand from Sakura, as a jab is wide from Chris Lytle and catches Sakura with a beautiful right head kick. And he is dazed now, as Sakura's covering up. He is dazed up against the ropes, and here comes a vicious right uppercut, and down he goes. He knocks him down. Chris Lytle looking to finish him off, stomps and kicks, but he's too slow. Sakura's back up to his feet. As now it looked like I'm about to see a shot from Sakura, but Lytle was more aggressive. Jab is wide from Lytle and hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard again. Lytle looking for a takedown. He's got it too. Chris Lytle looking to pass, gets side control. But the scramble begins from Sakura. Sakura ends up having to pull guard, losing out in the scramble, though. He's trying to pass guard now. He passes it, and now Sakura tries to get back up. But Lyle somehow ends up on top of Sakura in north-south position. There's a short knee strike to the side of the head now. Blocks him again. Another short knee strike to the head. He keeps him firmly intact on some more short knee strikes to the head. I mean, this is just insane, as Chris Lytle showing superb control over Hayata Sakura so far, as he keeps him stuck there. Again, some more short knee strikes to the head. Now some more elbows down to the ribs. I mean, this is crazy. I'm surprised nothing's happened, like, as far as, like, a finish, or they haven't stood him up. Like, this, and now a scramble begins. But Lytle brilliantly takes his back. He's got the body triangles. This could be it. With the rear naked choke, he's got him. I mean, Chris Lytle's a savage. Absolute savage. What a dominating performance over Hayata Sakura. 19-9-4. He is going on a tear, as that is a huge win. Huge win for Chris Lytle, as he thanks his team, praises his team at Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. It's very responsible. All fans will come to support him. SCB interested in fighting next. Says they'll fight whoever they put in front of him, but thinks that Jay Heron would be a particularly good contest. So our main event, Quentin Rampage Jackson taking on Ron Faircloth in our middleweight main event. 21-7, 13-6-1, plus 100 for Quentin Rampage Jackson, minus 110 for Ron Faircloth. This should be an exciting one, though, as we'll see what happens. The referee for this bout, ringside judges, here we go. Neither fighter touched gloves to start it off. Faircloth wants to get some grappling started, but does not want to get knocked out again like he did last time. And there is a fantastic right cross after the setup strikes, and he knocks him down. 5 seconds into the fight. Can Rampage finish him now? Rampage is too slow, though. There's a few punches, but he avoids him now. Another punch, but Faircloth avoids him, and Faircloth's able to get a clinch after getting knocked down. Now looking to muscle Rampage up against the ropes. He's looking for the takedown. He's got him, slams him down, too. And he's got his back. As he prevents the hooks, though. So that's nice of Rampage now. And he's still looking for the rear naked choke, but he's got it. Wow, no hooks needed. Ron Faircloth. I can't believe that. What a crazy card. We had 2 guys get knocked down, and then minutes later, they finish the fight with a submission. That's insane. What a win for Ron Faircloth. It looked like it was about to be some deja vu, though, with 5 seconds getting knocked down with a huge right cross. But Ron Faircloth hangs on and gets the one with the rear naked choke, as he thanks everyone connected to Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, his various sponsors, and all of its friends, famous supporters. Asked about the finish, rather. Ron Faircloth says he's very confident about getting the win once the opportunity presented itself. He has a lot of confidence in his submission game. But yeah, that was a huge win. I mean, what a card. That was a lot of crazy-ass shit. Poor Roxanne Modafferi got screwed out of a unanimous decision win. Shouldn't have been a split decision at all, let alone a split decision for Masaka Yoshida. Some big wins for big submission wins. 4 out of the 6 fights ended in a submission. A lot of fun. What a great worldwide to start off 2009. So yeah, fight of the night and submission of the night for Faircloth and Rampage. Yeah, I mean, Hideki Yoshida, though, will get a performance bonus for what he did against Cepho. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. And for Chris Lytle, too. Awesome. Awesome stuff there. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for more WMMA 5 action. Take care, everyone.